is going on YouTube land? It's been a little while since I've put anything up there on the interwebs, but there's been a lot of comments and a lot of requests for some more towing videos, and I guess I didn't really feel like doing many more videos just because I no longer have my 2017 truck with compound turbos on it. And I thought, well, what's the point of continuing to do videos if I don't have a cool truck anymore? So, nonetheless, I'm currently sitting behind the wheel of a 2022 that I custom ordered in December of 2021 and got it June the 27th, one day before my birthday, 2022. So I've had the truck, a little over 2 years now, well, almost 3. I have 72,000 miles on it. It has been an awesome truck, 0 issues yet, but it is bone stock. So boring, you can't even probably hear anything right now. It's so quiet. But finances haven't allowed for me to do the compounds on this one yet, but maybe this fall, maybe in the spring, we'll see. It's definitely in the plans. I miss it so much. I really want to put it in this one. So, but we're going to do a towing video today. I'm not going to be going over a mountain. I won't be doing anything like that until this fall again. But right now, as I mentioned in one of my other videos, I'm a dealer for what was Huebner Seed, now is Channel. That is a whole nother story, and if you guys want filled in, I can make another video on that. But I work for Channel Seed and still sell and deliver anything farmers plant with seed. So right now it is March I don't know what day it is, the 12th or no, the 8th, 9th, whatever. But farmers, at least in the Pennsylvania, Maryland area here, will start planting seed around the 15th of April. Start planting corn, soybeans. So I have all of my seed corn and soybeans that started coming in around Thanksgiving. They started shipping me seed, and I've got it all in my warehouse. It's pretty much all sorted out for what each customer gets. So right now I'm in the process. I started about 2 weeks ago. Just started the process of going around and delivering everything that I sold this past fall. So today we'll do a video. It's not going to be anything crazy, but I'll do another towing video hauling some seed around. So I'll also do a walk around here with the truck. It realistically, you can tell I have a type. It's going to look just like my 17. I mean, you can see in the video, I have the same red interior, the Marsala red in this one. The interiors on these are just a little bit different. The gauge cluster pretty much looks the same, except you're going to notice I have an extra 4 gears over here. Instead of 6, I now have 10. So these 22, actually in 2020, Ford started putting 10 speeds in these trucks. And I can't wait to see what it's going to tow like with compounds, because stock, this thing is an absolute animal. This truck is 475 horsepower and 1,050 torque. I know the torque number's solid, but I think it's 475 or 485. Somebody can maybe tell me on that for sure, but you got a big Sync 4 infotainment system now with wireless CarPlay and a bunch of different like split screen stuff you can go through, and then your radio, and then I can go through and like I could hit navigation and it will switch it. So you got a bunch of different fancy stuff in the screen now. Wireless CarPlay is very handy. So other than that, not a whole lot of difference inside. I'm still running Edge Insight CTS3 for all my gauges, so it's pretty nice to have just to see numbers. And with this truck being stock, I have regen status, so you can see when it's doing a regen. and then DPF load. So when this gets up close to 60-70%, this will come on, and there's also a little green light that comes on the top, and it'll kick in and do a regen. Pulling into the warehouse here. There's my old trailer and my seed tender. I'll do a quick little walk around on that here in a second. Throw it in reverse. Hit my little plus so I can see my hitch. Like a glove. And we'll jump out here and hook her up. Yeah, this is what's called a seed tender. So I got a 14-foot auger, and this one's a 2-box. So it holds, there's 40 bags of soybeans that go in one box. So there's 80 units here. If it's corn, I can do either 40 or 50 per box. So soybeans, that's about enough for 80 acres. Corn, if you had 2 boxes of 50, it'd be 125 acres worth of corn. And got a little Honda engine down here with a little solenoid on the throttle and a centrifugal clutch. So when it's running, it idles, and then you push this button and it engages your solenoid and runs your throttle up. And then this auger telescopes so you can fill a planter. Makes it super handy. Guys don't need to use bags for bigger farmers, and makes it a really fast fill up time. And then I have a dry inoculator on the back and a liquid inoculator on the front. So if guys are putting soybeans on and want to put inoculant on the soybeans, they can meter that right in. I need to get a new line, but there's supposed to be a line coming from right here, and it just runs up through this eyelet right into the back side of this auger. My other line got brittle and snapped on me, but that's how it meters it right into the auger, and it meters it on the other side with the, you can see the fill pipe there, with the dry inoculant. So that's a quick little setup of a seed tender. And here's my trailer. So we'll get hooked up here and get ready to back over and load up. And there we are, all hooked. One thing, I don't know if some guys aren't familiar with pulling trailers, but you always want to cross your chains. And the reason for that is if for some reason this comes unhooked, your hitch is going to fall right on that X, and it'll help support it till you get stopped. So at least that's what I've always been taught. We're hooked up, back over here to the concrete, and get ready to load up. Just like so. We're gonna jump out here, shut the truck off, and I'll give you guys a quick walk around. So there's the towing apparatus. It is, like I said, a 2022 F250. Nothing really a whole lot different from my 17. I ordered this one, which I learned after ordering. I talked about this in one of my other videos, but there's a 250, and then there's a 250 with a high capacity towing package, and that's what I ordered with this one. So you basically get an F350 axle, and then you get the helper spring and a standard leaf pack like a 250 has, and then you also get a 3-inch hitch receiver, and this is a 2.5 sleeve. So this is a 2.5 20,000-pound hitch. But yeah, those are your three main things you get with the high capacity package. Welcome to the seed shed. Here is my corn that I have staged for today. So these couple pallets here, this one and this one. Now we're gonna try, but that should all fit on my trailer. This is not going today, this is going a different day. But here's all my corn staged and ready to go as we deliver out. Like I said, I started about 2 weeks ago, so some of this I've already hauled out, but decent chunk of change. We got some of those boxes, like I mentioned earlier, in here. There's still about one more load of corn to ship yet, and then a bunch of soybeans yet. So there's about, I think, 8 loads so far they've sent me. And then we've got a bunch sitting over here yet that still needs sorted out. And I'll let you guys in on a little secret. I no longer have my 2013 Ram. Sold that a couple years ago, and here's the latest project. Some of you guys are gonna know what that is, but that is a 1993 first gen Ram with a 12 valve Cummins. And I will show you some of the stuff we've got so far for it. Now you guys are gonna have to excuse my mess because I've got so much going on here, but this is a 48 RE transmission out of a 2005 Cummins that is fully built for around 800 horsepower with a full manual valve body. So if you don't know what that means, it means that I will be able to mechanically shift an automatic transmission. Gonna be a lot of fun. I put different pistons. These are the stock ones. I put Molly pistons in it. There's my big fat torque converter, triple disc. And here is the heart of the beast, a 12 valve that I went completely through, new seals and gaskets the whole way around. We repainted the whole block. I've got ARP 625 head studs. I got a set of injectors right there laying, completely rebuilt. I don't remember what I did, 5x18s. Billet tappet covers, or not tappet covers, freeze plugs. I got a billet tappet cover on the other side. And yeah, we went through this whole thing. Should make around 5 to 550 to the rear wheels is my goal. And this one, when it gets done, is also going to be a compound turbo truck. right, as you can see, it takes a little bit of jumbling around to figure it all out, how you want to load, and it's can be a challenge because you have to figure out how you're going to travel, how you're going to unload, because I don't want to take those 2 pallets off first and then have nothing but tongue weight up front. And I also don't want that guy on the bottom to get, I don't want to get to him first before I get to that guy. So you have to learn how to load it so that it rides nice. So that should be a pretty nice ride and load right there. But then also how to unload it so that it rides nice the whole time you're driving. It's a fun game. But we've got 9 stops on this load and 9 different farms we're going to. And yeah, this one will come off first. So we'll lose a lot of tongue weight. And then we'll go up the road just half a mile and we'll take off that one and get rid of that. So that'll keep it balanced out. And then I'm trying to think which way. A couple comes off the top of that one, and then this one comes off, and then basically I structure it so that the last stop will be that pallet right there on the bottom. That one will come off, and then that one, and those will be the last 2. So they're centered, you know, just kind of right in front of the axle. It'll ride nice the entire way through without having crap loads of tongue weight or the tail, and then the trailer's just bouncing on the tongue and swerving down the road because it doesn't ride nice. So that's sitting pretty nice. We'll get all this strapped down and hit the road. Now you guys were watching me do these straps. I want to show you a little trick I learned from a friend of mine who used to drive truck. So for these tails, everybody tries to figure out what to do with them. And what I've learned through him, you want to make a loop. So you got a loop like this. You take this and you feed it through the loop you just created. You create another loop. And you do that the whole way through, all the way. You just keep making the same loop. You do it all the way through to the end. Once you hit the very end, you take your tail and you just pull it through like that. Don't have to pull it tight, you just pull it through. And then you take it, and in these little hooks on the ratchet, you just want to put one of those hooks on there, latch it in, make sure it's the latch on the ratchet is latched all the way up in, and that will not come out of there. This will just lay there and won't go anywhere. When you get to your destination, undo it, pull this out, take your little tail, pull that back through. That's all I did right there. Take that, undone. So quick and easy, and you can do all these in minutes. Super quick way of doing the tails. And I have never had one come undone since I started doing it. I also take, this is a little bit longer, so I take it back around and then loop it on the other side so that there's nothing really dragging on the outside of the trailer. And that's that. We are ready to hit the road. We've got everything strapped down. Gotta grab my coffee. I had my phone propped up on it. Close my lid on my trailer. And It is. That is all ready to go. That's a load. I don't know, like maybe 13,000, 14,000. I don't know. Trailer tires are squatting a little bit. Might be 15. We're just gonna send it. Let's roll. Fire up the beast. Trailer connected, trailer brakes. All right, so first thing we're gonna do, throw it into some tow haul, and we're gonna turn the exhaust brake on. So that's all set up. Trailer strapped down, we're ready to go. Throw it in drive. Now, the first thing you wanna do before you leave is run your brake controller up. For this load, I'll probably run it to about 4 and see what that feels like. And then as we go to from farm to farm and unload, we'll start backing that down so I don't start dragging trailer tires, because that gets expensive in a hurry. But this is not gonna be an exciting towing video, I'm telling you right now. This is just a stock truck. It doesn't really make any cool sounds, but we're gonna do a towing video nonetheless. Like I said, I didn't add up the weight, but it's probably... All right, now we're good to go. I forgot my paperwork, so I know how my travels are gonna work. So, as I was saying, we probably got around 14 to 15,000 pounds on a trailer, by the way it feels here. But it is what it is. It's all back road running, no interstates. Avoid that DOT. So we'll get her sent up the road here in a minute. And yeah, like I said, this fall, better put my seatbelt on here. This fall we're gonna do some more towing videos with this. I'll go up over that same mountain with a load, and you guys can see how she runs with stock, and then we'll do the compounds. But right now, this is what we've got. So I will say, in stock form, this is probably the best truck I've ever owned for just power and transmission tuning. The way the factory has it set up, it shifts when it's supposed to shift. It's not perfect, but I mean, even tuned, I mean, we're still dealing with mechanical stuff, so I don't think you'll ever get it completely perfect, but right out of the box, this thing shifts phenomenally. It shifts when it's supposed to. It locks up early. We'll watch it here, but I think it locks up between second and third. Pretty sure. We'll just watch that here. But don't have real far to go until we get to the first farm, and actually they're all pretty close to my warehouse here today, but I'll do some more videos longer distance. These freaking train tracks are terrible. Somebody should clean the mirrors on this thing too. They're filthy. I don't know who made that all trashed up. But yeah, that's 32% throttle right there, like 15,000. It just, I mean, the 10 speed just makes it really, really nice. Always keeps it right in that torque curve. And yep, I'm gonna have a car pull out in front of me because we've got a load. The exhaust brake is not quite as aggressive as my 17, but I think it's just because it's stock. If I, do the same thing, manually downshift it, I can make it hold back a lot harder. So we'll just have to get a tune on her and get a second turbo added, and then I'll be set. I don't even know if you can hear it in this video, to be honest. It's so quiet. I can run the passenger window down here in a minute so you guys can maybe hear a little bit more noise outside, but like like I said, we got 9 stops on the trailer here today. They're all relatively close, so I'll probably do a little filming in between. I think this video is already getting pretty long, but you guys can either watch it, skip through what you want to see, or not watch it at all. I'll just put it out there. Try to float between showing you guys the road and also my dashboard. This intersection is a death trap. You cannot see very far up the road there. So hopefully we don't die. We're spinning. All right, we good. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but like 30% throttle, it did spin the tires when we took off. It's like 35% throttle right there and 40 mile an hour. But you have no turbo noises at all. Put the window down. Basically just a bunch of wind noise, I believe. This road. Now, anybody that's ever in the Jeep world, if you've ever heard of Hawk Designs, they're no longer in business, but Hawk Designs was pretty big in the Jeep world there for a while, across the country. They made one of those steam-powered, like steam engine Jeeps too. But I happen to live right here where Hawk Designs was at, where they manufactured everything. We're gonna go right past their buildings here, so I'll show you guys where that's at. You can hear the turbo in this thing just a little bit. The stock turbo on my 17, you could not hear it at all. Got the load sitting pretty nice. It's riding right along there. But here you go. Here's the Hawk Designs apparatus. That's where they did everything. Don't look like a whole lot from here, but that really isn't. They did everything in that building back there. Come on, phone, focus. And then this was the driveway into it there. So that's where it was at. And we're going on this road right here to the right. That farm right there, so pretty close by. But I got this farm and a bunch of them really close together, so I don't know how much filming I'll do in between. Just not going to be a whole lot for you guys to see from the towing side of this, but gives you a little glimpse into my job and what I do. So this guy's a big dairy farmer, and well, I shouldn't say big, but for Pennsylvania, a good sized dairy farm. But I'm gonna shut the video off here, get unloaded, and catch you guys in a few. So this guy's not around. I never really call my guys. I just show up and try to deliver. Well, if they're not here, I'll find something like this skid loader and we'll unload it. So see if I can get some footage of me setting this off. So every skid loader is just a little bit different, but Kubota's just put your lap bars down on each side. We're gonna turn the key. Got the glow plug light. Wait for that to go off. Start it. You got foot throttle, and you got throttle you can turn here too. This one's pissed off about something, but not my skid loader. So first thing we have to do is hit that, and that unlocks our controls. So this one he's got set up with ISO, which means the right stick does everything with your loader and tilts the bucket back and forth, and this one does all your steering. So I'm going to run the foot pedal. We're going to go put some pallet forks on and set the corn off. Got the pallet forks put on. I'm going to go up here and try to do this one-handed. Get this joystick here, up, tilt down. See if I can get it angled to where I'm seeing what I'm doing. And then pull in here. And we're in, tilt back, bring it up, and straight back. Bring her down while tilting back a little at the same time to keep it level, and we'll go set it off to the side, and then it's on to the next farm. All right, I just decided to go ahead and film this, but we are unloaded here, and yeah, like I said, the guy wasn't here at this farm because I don't normally call ahead, because one guy will tell you, yeah, bring it today, and the next guy says bring it tomorrow, and then I got to go past this guy's place to go to that guy's place because it didn't suit him today, and that guy said yeah, so I just load up and go, and if no one's around, I set it off. I'll find a forklift, a skid loader, or a loader tractor. I will find something to set it off with. But so yeah, second to third is when it likes to lock up. And yeah, this thing takes no throttle input to make it move. But we're a little bit light on the tongue right now with that front pallet being off, but like I said, the next farm is literally just right over this hill, just half a mile up the road. And we'll set one off on the back, and then the other two are, yeah, they're all really close to each other, all these farms I'm going to today. The farthest I go is about an hour from my warehouse in any direction, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, something like that. So everything's relatively close. You know, I'm home every night, and I don't really run interstate loaded. I'll bring interstate back empty if I need to, but usually it's all just back road riding around. So I ain't put my seatbelt on for this one because it's right up the road. And here we are. There's the next farm. Franklin County, Pennsylvania. Little tidbit info here. Franklin County has the largest amount of dairy farms in the state of Pennsylvania. I kind of find that hard to believe, but with like Lancaster, you would think would be a bigger dairy area, but there's more farms, but they're smaller. So as a whole, I guess they don't make as much, they don't ship out as much milk as Franklin County does. So probably 80 to 90% of my business that I sell corn to, it all goes through a cow, whether it's dairy or beef. It all goes through a cow for the most part. I have one 5,000 acre grain farmer I work with, but everybody else is just dairy. So we'll get turned around here. One thing my grandfather always taught me, he's like, you go into a farm, you always turn around first. That way when you leave, all you have to do is put it in drive and leave, because a lot of these farms, there's a bunch of young kids, and the last thing you want to do is back over a kid. So you always get it turned around first before the little kids come running. So yeah, we'll get this one unloaded and go to the next one. Can't seem to find anybody around at this one either. So I'm currently sitting in a older New Holland skid loader. This one has your mechanical arms to undo your attachment. So I flip those up. Got to put your seatbelt on. Hit the key. Wait for the fuel pump and the glow plug light. got that running. This one has foot controls. So we'll lift it up. Now this is H pattern. So you have to use both levers to drive forward and back and steer. Which is hard to do one-handed. I didn't find any bale spear or pallet forks, so we're going to use bale spears. It'll get the job done. It's not ideal. Set that off like so. And come back here. Unlocks the controls. Sorry for the shakiness of the video. We're doing this one-handed. A little bit more throttle. We've got to take that pallet off the top on the back. So that I don't gouge the ones on my right. Got her picked up. See if I can bring her back without tipping the whole thing forward. That's a little light. Nice and easy. Okay, and there we are. That one's off. Just set it right here in the shed for him. It's not supposed to rain today, but we'll put it inside anyway. Like that. That one's off. And on to the next farm. All right, we are at stop number 4. So not every farm you go to gets a full pallet of seed. In this case, this guy gets a couple bags. I just stacked off here for him. And just like sweet corn seed, in case you didn't know, field corn has, and it is different. You cannot eat field corn, by the way. Sweet corn is different, but there is different varieties of field corn, just like sweet corn. So different maturities. This is 107 day. It'll mature out and be ready to harvest in 107 days, 113 day, 114 day. Some corn is more for silage. Some corn is more for grain. There's a lot of differences. There's different traits, different genetic packages. There's a lot of stuff that goes into seed, but as a whole, I move around 30 to 40 different varieties of corn and probably 6 or 8 different varieties of soybeans. But we got these stacked off, so we're going to the next farm. A couple more bags come off of here, and then the rest of that pallet stopped there. He gets a whole pallet, and that guy there gets that whole skid. So we're moving along. On to the next one. So we are leaving stop number 4, and We've got 5 more to go. And we'll be done with these. It's about 11 o'clock. We'll be done with this load. And then we'll see what time it is. Might get back and get a second load and roll out another one. I got to my warehouse about 8 o'clock this morning. And yeah, usually I try to be done with my loads around 2 to 3 o'clock. Most dairy farmers around here start their evening chores, starting to get ready to feed and start milking around 3 o'clock. So if you're there much after that, you're just cutting into their chore time. And you know, most guys just want to get their work done and get done for the day. So somebody like me showing up is just in their way. It's just kind of a nuisance. But some days it goes a little past 3 or 4 o'clock, and then it is what it is. But we're cooking right along. I didn't quite get the trailer loaded right with this one. I got a little bit too much tail weight here, but fortunately we're not going any crazy speeds and just all back roads. Just out here in south central Pennsylvania, just trucking around. So it's a nice 50 degrees today. So that's a plus. It's not cold and windy anymore. But just go up here. I don't know if this is my road or not. I'm trying to remember. I got to turn here or the next one. Hopefully, if I get done decent time today, I can go home and get on a motorcycle and go rip down a few miles. Is this oh, come on, where's my stinking, now I gotta go to my GPS because I don't remember. No, this is Clay Hill Road and I need Philippi, so we're gonna keep going. If anybody's watching this and is from this area or knows this area, comment, let me know. Be pretty cool. Or maybe just comment, tell me where you are from. That'd be pretty cool. See where everybody's from that's watching this. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna do some towing here, but nothing real crazy today, just putting around. This will be me the next, it usually takes me about a month to month and a half to get all my seed hauled out. It's usually around 13, 14 semi-loads of seed, and all of that goes out on this pickup and trailer. So I can haul about 250 bags at a time. And yeah, it takes me 20 to 25 loads to get it all hauled out, but we get her done. I have no interest in owning a semi. I don't feel like dealing with CDLs and DOT numbers and all of that. So we just stick to the little pickup truck and trailer. And some of the farms you go to are just so tight that a semi is not practical. Like this road here, skinny little back road. Now my trailer is 102 inches wide, which is as wide as a semi trailer. So it's, you know, I got the edge of the trailer on the yellow line, and over here it's on the edge of the road. So it's still pretty wide back in here, but still more nimble than a full-blown semi truck. So just not my cup of tea. I'll stick to my pickup and trailer, and I feel like that's just as efficient for what I do. But this farm right here is where we're headed next. Get a couple bags thrown off here, and then can't really see it. There's another farm back a really long lane back in there. If you've ever heard of Grove Cranes or Manitowoc, they're manufactured right over the end of this field, basically. So here in Greencastle, Pennsylvania, and we are pulling into the next farm. We'll throw off a couple bags at this guy's place, and then we'll go to the next one. See if anybody's around or where he might want me to put it. Right before I went into my last farm there, I talked about Grove and Manitowoc, so I thought, heck, I'll just go out the back lane for this farm that I was just at over here. I'll just go out this back lane and show you guys Manitowoc, because it's a big global company that makes these insane cranes. And it just so happens that this one customer of mine, his backside of his farm comes up to the backside of the Manitowoc here. So we're just going out the back lane, and I don't know if there's any big cranes sitting out here, but if there is, you guys will get to see them. Yes, I know I don't have my seatbelt on. I'm only going up the road a little ways. So we've got 1, 2, 3. We got 3 more stops, and that's it on this load. So it's 11:30. Not a bad day. I'll probably, if I got more to go out, we might haul one more load yet today, but we will see. He keeps this lane pretty nice. You can do some decent speed on it. There's a couple, let me get to the end of this tree line here. There's a couple cranes sticking up over here. So there's a couple big boys. This is where all the employees, well, most of the employees go in on this end. This is a back road that, yeah, backside entrance into this place, but that is where she happens. I won't be going around the front side, but they have a big crane out front where they, the main entrance is for, like, I guess non-employees. And then there's a Whitetail Ski Resort. Now my fence is covering it up. Whitetail Ski Resort still has some snow in the mountain over there where they ski at, but that is, yeah. If you ever seen a Grove crane or a Manitowoc crane, that is where they make them, here in Greencastle. So we'll just go up the road here a little bit and stop at my next farm. So we can make it in front of that car. So there's 40% throttle. Now we only have 4,000 pounds on the trailer, but she just sings right up through the gears. There's 9th, and it probably won't hit 10th because it likes to be doing closer to 70 for 10th gear, but in tow haul mode anyway. This road is a beautiful road. Nice and straight for, we'll call it curricular activities with fast vehicles. Pick up what I'm putting down there. Small grains here. This is triticale seed that was planted in the fall. It's turning green really fast. They'll make that, they'll mow it and make forage off of it for cows here. Let's see, probably, no, I don't want to go that way. I want to go straight through here. Probably around middle of May, beginning of May, they'll make forage off of that. So, and then they'll plant corn behind it. And so that triticale seed is something that I haul a lot of in fall. Some of my other videos I've done towing up over the mountain, that's the kind of thing that I would haul. It is interesting. The exhaust temperature on this truck runs a lot hotter. That's your big number there. It runs a lot hotter on this stock setup than a tuned and deleted truck with a second turbo. Yeah, they just run so much cooler. When I'm pulling a mountain with this one, I mean, if I do a video later this year, towing up over that mountain with this. It'll run like 1400 degrees up the mountain, and as you've seen in my other video with my 17, you had to push it pretty freaking hard to get it to 1,000. So yeah, second turbo does make it run probably 400 to 500 degrees cooler, and 200 horsepower extra on top of that, so pretty wild. But I did do a S&B 60-gallon fuel tank in this truck, just like my 17. So, you know, we've got 713 miles on this tank of fuel and 136 to empty. So usually around 800 is what I get when I'm towing heavy, and I can get I've gone over 1,000 miles on the tank of fuel if I do no towing at all in that entire tank. So it makes it very nice. You're not always worried about filling up at fuel stations, and you just fill up and go. So I'll go in here to this guy's place, and he gets my little pallet clear up on top back there. So if he's not around, I'll find another skid loader and set that off. Some of these farms definitely sit in a pretty setting. Back off the road, no neighbors, no houses around, just nice wide open farmland. But we'll go in here and set this off and hit the road. Well, I just left the last farm for the day, and we are headed back to my warehouse with an empty wagon. Trying to decide, it's about 1 o'clock, trying to decide if I'm going to run another load out or if I'm going to call it quits for today. But we'll decide when I get back to my warehouse and see what's closest to grab next. See if I can run another one out or just get another load ready to go for tomorrow. Fuel here before too long. She does like to drink it when she's working, about anywhere from 12 to saying 15.2 on this tank. So about once a week. I'm going to wrap the video up here. Hopefully that was somewhat entertaining, but that was a day in the life of hauling some seed around. So if you want to see more, I'll make more like this, or whatever else you'd like to see. I'll keep the videos going as long as people want to watch them, I guess. So like and subscribe. If I get more subscribers and a bunch of likes on videos, I'll keep making them too. But until next time, I'm gonna call it a day. Thanks for watching.